Hi, and welcome to my video on solving number problems. Just a reminder, do the units in the section on Algebra 1 first. That is, writing expressions with a single variable, solving linear equations with a single variable. Do these two units first before solving word problems, because if you can't write the expressions and you can't solve the equations, then to start the word problems wouldn't be a good choice. Do those two units first. Let's review working out some of the problems, go over. A large number is twice the smaller number. The larger number is the smaller number increased by 8. Find the two numbers. Excuse me. The first sentence gives us the relationship between the two numbers. The larger number is twice the smaller. So because the smaller number is on the right, I'm going to let x be the smaller number. And it says the larger number is twice the smaller, so the larger number is 2x. The second sentence gives us the equation. The larger number is the smaller number increased by 8. So the larger number is 2x. Is the equal sign. Smaller number increased by 8. Smaller number is x increased by 8. So that's the equation. And let's solve it. Variables go on the left. So 2x minus x equals 8. When you move the variables or the numbers across the equal sign, it's called transposition, and we change the signs. 2 minus 1 is 1x, or just x, equals 8. So the small number is x, so we write down 2x, so that's 2 times x. So the large number is 16. So let's check to see if these are true. The large number, which is 16, is twice the smaller. 16 equals 16, that's true. And let's check with the other equation. The large number, which is 16, is the smaller number increased by 8. Smaller number is 8, increased by 8. So that's 16 equals 16, that's true. So we can know that everything is okay. The smaller number is 8. The larger number is 16. So everything works out perfect. Number 2, the sum of the two integers is 40. Triple the smaller is the larger. Find the integers. So in terms of sum, we got to be careful. So let's do a little tiny review. Let's say we got a 70 and, okay, let's go with, no, not 70. Sum of two numbers is 40. So let's take 15 and 25. So if these two numbers add up to be 40. If one number is 25, then the other number must be 40 minus 25, which is 15. So that leads us to the two expressions. We let x be, let's say, the larger number. Then 40 minus x, it'll be the smaller number. Notice we're just subtracting. Take one number and subtract it from 40 to get the other. So the first sentence gives us the relationship between the two numbers. Triple the smaller is the larger. So triple is 3 times. The smaller number is smaller number is 40 minus x, right here, smaller number is 40 minus x. Triple the smaller is the larger, and the larger is x. So that gives us 120 minus 3x equals x. We got to remove the brackets first, so the variables go to the left and the numbers go to the right. Negative 3, negative 1 is negative 4 equals, so x, negative 4x divided by 4, negative 120 divided by negative 4, x is 30. Now, let's see. 40. So we have x. 40 minus x is 40 minus 30 is 10. So we have the larger number is 30, the smaller number is 10. This is the sum of the two numbers. So the sum of the two numbers is 30 plus 10. That makes 40. So the first sentence is true. Triple the smaller. So triple the smaller, which is 10. So triple 10 is 30. So triple the smaller is the larger. Yep, so that's true. So since we've checked to make sure that the two of them are okay, so the smaller number, or larger number, makes no difference. The larger number is 30, and the smaller number is 10. So notice we wrote down the expressions, wrote down the equation, solved the equations, checked through both numbers are okay, and we write out our answer. Let's continue. Number 3, two numbers differ by 20. Twice the larger is 8 less than 6 times the smaller. Find the numbers. Two numbers differ by 20. Well, let me explain. Let's take two numbers that differ by 20. Let's take 100 and we have an 80. If we take 100 and subtract 80, we'll get a 20. But if we take 80 and subtract 100, we'll get a negative 20. So notice two numbers differ by 20. Differ means subtract. So we have to go with the larger number, subtract the smaller number in order to get the positive 20. So we're going to let x be the larger number, and we're going to let x minus 20 be the smaller number. So one number is x, the other one is x minus 20. And to know the differ makes sense. So if you've got two numbers and you take away 20 from the first number, you should get the second. So x and x minus 20 fits in. Now, the next sentence gives us the equation. Twice the larger. So twice the larger number is x. Is the equal sign. 8 less than 6 times the smaller. So less than reverse the order. So 6 times the smaller, which is x minus 20. 6 times the smaller. 8 less than. You got to subtract 8. So there's the equation coming out of this sentence here. Let's simplify. We remove the bracket first. 6 times x, 6x, 6 times negative 20, negative 120, minus 8. Simplify each side before you transpose. So that's a negative 128. You add those up. So 2x minus 6x equals negative 128. That gives us negative 4x is negative 128. Divide by negative 4. And we got they cancel. And that gives us 32. And so x, we got x. Let's get x minus 20 right down below it. So that's x is 32. So it's 32 minus 20, which gives us 12. Now we got the large number is 32 and the small number is 12. So let's check to see if these are correct. Two numbers differ by 20. So that means you got 32, subtract 12, gives us 20. So the first sentence is true. They differ by 20. Twice the large number. So twice the large number is, well, that's twice the large number is 64. That's 8 less than 6 times the smaller. So 6 times the smaller, which is 12, that's 8. So that's 72 minus 8, and that's 64. So that's true. So that means the numbers, everything fits. So the larger number is 32, and the smaller number is 12. We have it all checked. But I just want to explain something before I move on here. Just note there's a little difference, and I just want to drive it home. The sum of two numbers, let's say the sum of the two numbers is 20. Let's look at two numbers differ by 20. Let me explain it. If the sum of two numbers is 20 and you let x be one number, then we know if the two of them adds up to 20, then the other number is 20, 20 minus x. If two numbers differ by 20 and you let x be one number, then the other one is x minus 20. So when I learned this math, I had to distinguish between the two. So differ means subtract. So it made sense that x and x minus 20 made sense. If you got a number and the other one is 20 less, you're going to subtract 20. But the sum got me mixed up, so I had to distinguish. The sum is 20 is x and 20 minus x. Notice that's 20 minus x. This is x minus 20. So I remembered differ. Differ is x and 20 minus x. Differ is subtract. So then when I went to sum, I said, let's reverse. So x minus 20 for differ, 20 minus x for sum. Be careful. Just driving that home. You'll see it over and over again in more problems. Triple the sum of a number and 2 is 10 more than 7 times the number. What's the number? Notice we only have one number. One number here. So we let x be the number. If x is the number, then this sentence gives us the equation. Triple the sum of the number and 2. So triple the sum of the number, which is x, and 2 is 10 more than 7 times the number. 10 more than 7 times the number. More than is add, so it's 7x plus 10. Remove the bracket, multiply 3 by x and 3 by 2, done. Variables go to the left, change the sign. Numbers go to the right, change the sign. Positive becomes negative, positive becomes negative. Negative 4x equals 4. Divide by negative 4, and I get x equals negative 1. So we're going to check. Let's see, the sum of the number, triple the sum of the number and 2. So triple the sum of the number, which is negative 1 and 2. So that's triple. We do inside the brackets first, which is 1. We get a 3. And that should be the same as 10 more than 7 times the number. So 7 times the number plus 10. Negative 7 plus 10 is 3, so that's true. So the number is negative 1. Number 5, find 3 numbers. The second is first less 10. The third is 20 more than the first. Triple the third is 4 times the sum of the first and the second. So we got 3 numbers this time. So the first sentence, first is on the right, so we'll let x be the first number. The second is the first less 10. So the first less 10 is subtract, is the second number. The third is 20 more than the first. So the third is 20 more than the first. So you add on 20. The first is x, so it's x plus 20, be the third. So these two sentences gives the relationship. Notice I let x be the first. The first also is repeated twice. The one that's repeated twice, I should let the unknown, first unknown be that one that's repeated twice, because the other two is in terms of that one that's repeated twice, which is the first number. Triple the third is 4 times the sum of the first and the second. So triple the third. So triple the third is x plus 20 is 4 times the sum of the first. First is x. Add on the second, which is x plus, x minus 10. Be careful. So there's the first number. There's the second number, x minus 10, that's a minus. So I should simplify the inside of the brackets first, according to BEDMAS. So x plus x is 2x minus 10. Now I multiply by distributive property. 3 times x, 3 times 20. 4 times 2x is 8x. 4 times negative 10 is negative 40. X is moved to the left, change the sign. Numbers move to the right, change the sign. Negative 5x equals negative 100. Divide by negative 5. So x equals 20. And so the next one is x minus 10 is 20 minus 10 is 10. The third one is x plus 20. So that's 20 plus 20 is 40. So I got a 20, a 10, and a 40. So the second, let's check. Make that a C. The second is 10 less, the first less 10. So the second, which is 10, is the first less 10. 10 equals 10. True. The third is 20 more than the first, so the third is 40, is 20 more than the first. So 40 equals 40. True. Triple the third. So triple the third. The third is 40. Triple the third is 4 more. That's 120. Triple the third. And that's 4 more than the sum of the other two. So 4 more than the sum of the other two, which is the first one is 20 plus 10. So 4 times 30 is 120. That's true. So the first number is 20. The second number, and I'm following this right down the line. There it is, 20. Second number is 10. And the third number is 40. All worked out. And let's continue. One more to do. Number 6. The larger number is 30 less than the smaller. 1/3 the larger is half the smaller. First, the larger number is 30 less than the smaller. So let's, smaller is on the right, so let's x be the smaller number. The larger number is 30 less the smaller. So it's 30 minus x, be the larger. 30, subtract the smaller. And the second sentence gives us the equation, 1/3 the larger. So that's 1/3 of 30 minus x. 1/3 the larger is equal sign half the smaller. So it's a half of x. So now we got a few fractions. Is why I like to throw a few fractions in. So let's multiply, put the bracket for 1/3 times 30. So 1/3 times 30 minus 1/3 times x equals a half x. So 1/3 of 30 you cancel, so you get 10 minus 1/3 x equals 1/2. So I multiplied by 1/3. I did it in 2 steps. Now when we have an equation with fractions, we multiply both sides by the LCD. So the LCD for 2 and 3 is, the LCD for 2 and 3 is 6. So we multiply each side by 6. Just one way to do it. But if I'm consistent with fractions, equation with fractions, multiply both sides by the same denominator. So I have 6 times 10 minus 6 times 1/3 x. 6 is multiplied by the two of these. And 6 times 1/2, I won't multiply that yet. Just showing you that 6 is distributed here. So 6 times 10 is 60. 3 into 6 goes 2. 2 times 1x is 2x. 2 into 6 goes 3. 3 times 1x is 3x. Variables go to the left, change the sign. Numbers go to the right and change the sign. So negative 5x is negative 60. Divided by negative 5, so x equals 12. And the other number is the larger, is 30 minus x. So this 30 minus 12 is 18. So let's check to see if we're right. The larger number is 30 less the smaller. So the larger number is 18, is 30 less the smaller. 30 less the smaller is 18, so that's true. And the second one is 1/3 the larger, which is 18, is 1/2 the smaller, which is 12. 1/3 of 18 is 6. 1/2 of 12 is 6, so that's true. So, excuse me, the smaller number is x, which is 12, and the larger number is 18. So that checks. All done. And there's some word problems we solve. Follow the patterns. Just be careful. Practice makes perfect. If you like my video, click the like button. Click the subscribe button if you're not a subscriber. Click the notification bell with more videos coming your way. If you want to write a comment on my video, go ahead. And visit my math website, www.mathfullyexplained.com. You get information on me. That's my degrees in teaching experience. The section on video talks about the strategies you're going to use to help you learn your math. And the section on content got the units and the number of videos on each of those units. The black font is what's online right now, and the red font is the topics that will be there in the near future. Thank you very much for viewing my video. Bye-bye.